Hi, welcome to City Talk. I'm Michelle Bono, the assistant to the city manager for the city of Tallahassee. Usually this time of year, we're thinking about, won't winter be over soon? Well, this year it hasn't actually been all that bad, but it still means that springtime is right around the corner. And in Tallahassee, that means a great time to be in the downtown area. The farmers market is open at the chain of parks. We've got all kinds of special events, and one of the most exciting things in downtown Tallahassee, Springtime Tallahassee, is about to happen. In addition, there's a lot of things happening around downtown. At the intersection of Monroe and Tennessee, there's a brand new project going up that's going to be called the Gateway that's going to really change that corner and change downtown as well. Well, on today's show, we're going to talk about downtown Tallahassee. We're going to introduce you to the new executive director of the Downtown Improvement Authority, and we're going to talk with our friends at Springtime Tallahassee, who are celebrating the 45th anniversary of this outstanding community event. But let's start by joining producer Gil Dasbett to learn more about downtown Tallahassee.
There is an incredible amount of growth around Tallahassee's traditional downtown area. With that growth, ideas about what locations comprise downtown are changing. Since 1971, the Tallahassee Downtown Improvement Authority, or TDIA, has been a major player in developing the downtown identity. Currently, TDIA has a new executive director focused on building the new identity of Tallahassee's downtown, because right now, there's great momentum there, with more people living, working, and playing in the area. Overlooked locations like Gain Street and the All Saints neighborhood are being renewed. The Gateway development will bring much desired shopping to a prominent downtown location. As the increased downtown development stimulates more people to locate there, TDIA will continue to contribute to downtown growth. A downtown occasion that has continually grown since it started in 1968 is the Springtime Tallahassee Festival. People from all neighborhoods in and around Tallahassee come downtown for the annual Grand Parade and Jubilee in the park. Tallahassee must have been made for a festival celebrating springtime. Signature flora such as azaleas, camellias, and dogwoods seem to always be in full bloom on the Saturday of the festival. In fact, Springtime Tallahassee's mission is promoting the overall natural, cultural, and historic aspects of Tallahassee. So in addition to the beautiful vegetation lining the streets and the lovely participants on the floats, the parade puts Florida history on display because some of the floats represent eras in Florida's past. And beyond the parade, Springtime Tallahassee hosts a breakfast in the park, an arts and crafts jubilee, Kleeman Plaza Seafood and Music Festival, entertainment stages, children's park, and more. Springtime Tallahassee is a great boon to our area. The parade has over $5 million in economic impact in Leon County, and just as important, it shows civic pride in one of the area's major assets, its natural beauty.
Pick up your fly swatter today at the TLC Animal Shelter.
Personal foul? Inactive activities on a glorious day.
Huh?
Let's get out there and play!
Sweet.
Ooh, freeze!
When do I get to be in? Uh-oh.
Hey, Reggie, frozen people can't talk.
PLA!
An hour a day.
I'm in. There are lots of great play ideas online, but don't stay too long.
Hi, welcome back to City Talk. On today's show, we are celebrating spring and particularly its impact on downtown Tallahassee. And we've got an outstanding first guest on our show today. Jay Revel is the new Executive Director of the Downtown Improvement Authority. Welcome to Tallahassee's downtown area. You've been around a while, but congratulations on your new appointment.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me, Michelle. I'm excited to come talk about downtown always.
Now, let's start out and let our viewers know a little bit about you.
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about your background.
I'm a longtime native of the area. I'm a 7th generation Floridian on one side, 8th on the other, and all of it's been right around the Tallahassee area.
Okay.
I came to Tallahassee in 2005 to attend Florida State University, and while I was there, I absolutely fell in love with my school and my city. And I decided that I wanted to come work in the downtown area, and I wanted to make our city great. And now I've got an incredible opportunity with the Downtown Improvement Authority to do just that.
Now, some people are going to say, you know, I've kind of heard of that. I know there's a group that does things downtown. What is the Downtown Improvement Authority? How's it made up? How's it operated?
Yeah, that's a great point. You know, we've actually been in existence since 1971.
Wow.
We were founded by the Florida legislature at a time when downtowns across the entire state were sort of emptying out. You had the mall developments, suburban sprawl was occurring. So they created these entities known as Downtown Improvement Authorities that actually have a taxing district with the point of them being able to use the dollars that are coming out of those areas and put them back into downtown so we can create new development, keep retail, preserve historic buildings, things of that nature. So we actually have a 40-year track record of doing things that are both from an advocacy standpoint and from a direct development and putting things in place from a policy standpoint that have helped downtown go from fairly vacant in the early 70s to a point now where it's fairly thriving on a regular basis.
It's the place to be.
Absolutely, especially in the springtime, right?
Well, and I want to be sure, sometimes people hear the word tax. It's not supported by the general taxes. It's a special taxing district around the downtown
Correct.
area.
We have 22 square blocks that are basically bordered from Tennessee Street on the north, Jefferson Street on the south, Gadsden Street on the east, and then Bruno Street on the west. And within those areas, there's a special mill tax that is added to those property owners so that we can maintain some of the great things that happen downtown. I mean, the way I like to put it is we sort of have some bells and whistles in the downtown area that nowhere else has, and that's one of the ways that we fund those.
Okay, let's just touch on a few of those because people will go, oh yeah, I know about those events. What are some of the bells and whistles people love and know about what the Downtown Improvement Authority does?
Absolutely. You mentioned earlier the marketplace.
I love the marketplace.
Absolutely. Isn't that great? We've got our marketplace season starting Saturday, March the 2nd. It runs every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., March through November.
Okay.
It's a great thing. We get farmers, we get arts and crafts, we get artisans, all kinds of great stuff that happens. And we do some special events tied to that year-round. The new thing that we're doing that builds on the success of the marketplace is partnering with the Downtown Business Association to start what we're calling the Saturday in the Park concert series. That'll be the first Saturday of every month, March through November, in Ponce de Leon Park. So when the marketplace comes down at 2 p.m., 8 p.m., the show goes on. We're going to have a free concert there. There'll be food vendors and food trucks. Come out and see our great restaurants. A lot of good things happening.
So if you really want to time it perfectly, come for the end of the marketplace and just stay all the rest of the day.
Spend your day downtown. We've got some great restaurants, a couple nice bars, some new good shops. Come on down and enjoy yourself and then hang around for the concert that evening.
You know, I think sometimes those of us who work in the downtown area, City Hall is downtown, I love everything about downtown, but I know sometimes there's folks who may not work downtown and they're like, yeah, I don't go downtown that much. I think they'd be shocked to see all the neat things that are happening and all the new offerings. Tell us a little bit about kind of what is around downtown. What would make people say, I gotta be there?
Yeah, that's a great point. You know, I like to sort of go back to the conversation we've had as a community for a long time about an 18-hour downtown. And really and truly, there is an 18-hour experience. It's a broad scope of what downtown is that includes that 18 hours. I mean, from all the way from the new Hotel Duval and the 4 Points by Sheridan, the new Gateway project where a Walgreens is going in, through the heart of sort of the Capitol Hill area there, right up to the Capitol Dome. You've got Cascades Park that's under construction and almost done. Will be opening up in the next year with a beautiful new amphitheater. You've got Gaines Street. You've got All Saints. You've got
Midtown
even is right there. And we've got all of these incredible experiences that, 18 hours a day, you can come to the core of our city and you're going to find something that's for you. It's sort of if you go to Disney World, boy, no matter what you're into, we got a park for you.
Right.
Well, downtown Tallahassee, no matter what it is that you like to do, we have got something for you here.
And I think all those things, you're right. We are on, people say we're really a real city. We've got all this excitement and all these walkable places and places that feel safe and comfortable and great food. I mean, it's just taken off.
No, it really is. Like I said, it's all about experience. People want to come to a place where they can spend, like you talked about on a Saturday, an 8-hour day and never be bored.
Right.
Because there's something going on all around you, and there's a beautiful area with great people and smiling faces and great weather.
Well, one of the things, too, that I think people are excited about, we talked about the Gateway Project at Monroe in Tennessee. I know people have driven by for the longest time and went, boy, that's just not a pretty intersection. It's such a key intersection in downtown. Tell us just a little bit about what the Gateway Project is, what's going to be there.
Yeah, it's a great project, like you said. One thing we talk about in downtown, we've got brand new living spaces between the Tennyson condominiums, the Tallahassee Center, and now the Plaza Center that's on Clayman Plaza, where we've got people wanting to live downtown. Part of that is they need a place to go shop for the small things. So we're bringing in a Walgreens pharmacy as a part of that Gateway development. Now that is being brought to you courtesy of our friends at Hunter and Harp Holdings, who did Hotel Duval, who are doing some things in College Town and Midtown. And they're partnered with the CRA.
Okay, got to get that in there too.
Absolutely. No,
We're there with the city of Tallahassee.
They partnered there, with the city and the CRA, so we can make the financing work in these difficult economic times to bring an exciting project like that to a prominent corner of our downtown. It's really going to sort of complete an important part of the puzzle, if you will.
Well, and if you live downtown too, and people are sometimes surprised, yes, there are people that live downtown.
Right.
You see folks out walking the dogs. Well, now you walk down to the Walgreens and you can get your milk and your eggs and your bread and whatever you want to pick up at the Walgreens
Absolutely.
without having to make that big trip over to the Publix.
Yeah, you don't have to hop in the car and go drive down to Publix, just like you said. Absolutely.
Now, tell me a little bit about, I know you are so excited about this. You've brought a whole new sense of energy and excitement to the DIA, the short version for the Downtown Improvement Authority. Kind of what's your vision, and tell me what you and the board are looking at in terms of kind of the future for the DIA.
Absolutely. Like I said, we've got this incredible amount of momentum that is occurring both within the traditional downtown that I sort of defined where our district is, but also in the areas around it. So what we want to do is make sure that we as a community, a downtown community, are all working in concert to make sure that these individual sort of district identities that are emerging are all a part of a greater downtown identity. We want to make sure that whether you're staying at the Hotel Duval, or you're in at one of the new restaurants that will be coming in College Town, or you're having a bite to eat at Andrews in the afternoon, that you're going to get a great experience anywhere in that whole reach of our greater downtown. And we want to be the ones who help deliver those visions for those districts, that help deliver those bells and whistles that are going to be coming online, and help maintain them and support them, and most importantly, advocate for those who are investing in downtown. That is something that is critically important to our mission.
And I think that it's important for people to know, why is it essential to have that investment? Because I think if you're going to make a commitment to put a business downtown, you got to know that there's a commitment there. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, downtown is a unique environment. It's completely different than just about anywhere else in the city. One of our board members, Andy Reese, always likes to say, we've got plenty of shopping centers and things, but we only have one downtown. And he's right. So it does take a level of commitment. You're not going to be able to necessarily park right in front of where you're going to shop. But we have great parking garages that have plenty of space in them. We have parking nights and weekends that are no problem at all. And like I said, you have to sort of want to be down there. But guess what? There's an incredible experience to be had, and to be a part of something downtown. You're a part of really the heart of the city, the real character. When people think about Tallahassee as a place, downtown is where you see the pretty pictures and the vistas that we put on all the visitor magazines, so to speak. So
absolutely.
Great experience.
Now, I know special events are an important part of why people come downtown. So I think we were trying to get folks to come downtown all the time, but we all come downtown for the special events.
Sure.
Let's talk a little bit about what you all do, and then we're going to be talking to the Springtime Tallahassee folks in the next segment. So we'll hold that one. But tell me some of the other exciting reasons.
Another great one that's coming up in the next few weeks. March the 16th is our St. Patrick's Festival downtown. We're going to have a 5K run that's going to end on College Avenue and Adams Street. We're going to have a full parade with the Irish bands and everything. The Tallahassee Irish Society is our partner there. There's going to be a cultural stage. It's going to be an incredible event. Please, I encourage everyone to bring their family. Come on down. Other things that you think of that sort of pass the calendar test, like, but you don't have to log on to see when they are.
Right.
Downtown get downs.
Yes.
Friday night before
Signature
football
events,
games. Signature
yes.
events. We got the downtown block party on Clayman Plaza. Every Wednesday night we have what we call the Wind Down Downtown on Clayman Plaza, where there's live music and great environment with some of our restaurants there. There's always something happening downtown. Again, it's not just those big events you think of. There's all kinds of smaller events that, you know, we could go on for hours talking about people wanting to be downtown.
Well, let me direct people then to how do I get information about that? If I want to
Absolutely.
know about what's happening, where do I get that information?
2 places. Number one, you want to go to TallahasseeDowntown.com. That's our website. And on top of that, our strongest social media presence is actually on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at TLH Downtown, and you'll get a full lineup of everything that's going on, both from an event standpoint and really what we're doing to add to that great downtown experience.
Okay. One more thing I want to just mention too to our viewers is that we're also going to be having some food truck events downtown as well, so be staying tuned for that in March. Lots of excitement coming. So, Jay, thank you very much for
Thank you
giving
for
us the
having
preview.
me.
We are excited to have you on board as the executive director of the DIA, and we know you and the board are going to do great things. So.
I'm excited to be here. Thanks
All right.
again.
When we come back, we're going to talk about an event I know has to be one of your favorites. It's Springtime Tallahassee, and Springtime is 45 years old this year. Stay with us and we'll tell you more in just a minute.
For storm-related utility problems, call Your Own Utilities at 891-4U. As long as it's safe to work, linemen are dispatched. Their first priority for repair are public safety and emergency facilities, such as hospitals, traffic lights, police, and fire departments. Next are substations, circuits, and transformers, where the most customers can be restored at one time. Then, individual outages. Remember, utility linemen remain on duty until all outages are repaired. For more information on weather emergencies, go to talgov.com.
Every parent knows the feeling. You look away, and your child is gone. Imagine if he or she were actually abducted. Sign up at wirelessamber-alerts.org to get free Amber Alert text messages on your cell phone. If you did help an abducted child get home, just imagine what his parents would be feeling. Wireless Amber Alerts. A child is calling for help.
Hi, welcome back to City Talk. On today's show, we're talking about outstanding events in downtown Tallahassee. And if we want to talk about the best event of all, one of them has got to be, or maybe it is the best one, Springtime Tallahassee. And we are delighted to have two special guests here. We have Jennifer Naff, and Jennifer is the Executive Director of Springtime Tallahassee, and Raul Clark, who is this year's President.
Wonderful
Welcome
to be
our
here.
show.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
We love talking about springtime, and I'm sure that there is someone who has never been to Tallahassee that happens to be watching this show that says, what is Springtime
it?
Tallahassee? What is it?
Well, the best way to sum it up is it's one of the top festivals in the southeastern United States. We are in our 45th year of producing it. It's very well known for the parade, the Grand Parade. But I always try to remind people it's a festival too. The Grand Parade brings everyone downtown. It's about an hour and a half long on Monroe Street. We have about 70,000 people on the parade route. I'm anxiously awaiting to see the entries and the community entries that are involved.
And all those beads?
And the beads.
We love the beads.
I mean, it really is one of the...
It's family. It's just bring the whole family and friends and relatives, and it's a good day downtown. And like I said, if you want to run, you can start off with the 5K, the 10K, and then watch the parade. And there's plenty to eat, plenty to do. Arts and crafts, and then of course the entertainment and the kids park. Jennifer,
Kids Park is fabulous. I mean, it's honestly, although we call it the Kids Park, I think there's something for the young and the young at
big
heart.
kids.
I mean, I love that park. So
Okay.
it just continues with every park and completely downtown, starting with the parade to the rest of the afternoon.
entertainment stages are are around the city and the main stage at Clayman Plaza with Low Cash Cowboys this year.
Okay, let's talk about that. That's pretty exciting.
It's very exciting. You know, the last time Low Cash Cowboys have been on a Springtime stage was for our 40th anniversary.
Okay.
So we kind of thought it was only appropriate for the 45th year to bring them back. They have such a following in Tallahassee,
Absolutely.
and really in the local community and the Big Bend area, really. And a little tidbit of information: the first appearance they ever made in Tallahassee was actually on a Springtime stage.
All right.
So they're pretty special to us, and the concert that they put on, it's rockin', it's fun, they're funny, they're just dynamic entertainers.
Now the best part is, do you have to pay to hear this
It is
music?
completely open and
love
free
that.
to the community. The
That's what
entire
we do.
event is.
Right.
That's what we do. We put
Okay,
it
now
on.
I have to tell you, there are people who are confused about Springtime. Every year they call the city and say, we love this event the city puts on. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. We partner, but there is a great group of people that live in this city that make this happen every year. And that's just phenomenal. How does that work?
It's 45 years old. Quick history. In 1967, the legislature was talking about moving the capital from Tallahassee to a more central location, Wink, Orlando. And the citizens of Tallahassee met with businesses and got together and said, no, we can't move the capital. This is where spring begins, in Tallahassee, Florida. It is the capital of Florida. And they formed Springtime Tallahassee, and in 1968, the first parade came downtown, and it was the Parade of Governors, and every year since, this is our 45th anniversary, Springtime Tallahassee has kept the capital in Tallahassee, and we celebrate with Tallahassee and the whole surrounding community. It's just gotten to be, as you know, a pretty large
huge
event now.
Right.
And you know what's unique about it is it's made up of membership. You know, there's you know, families that actually pay membership dues to Springtime, and they are the volunteer force. We're an office staff of 2. It's a year-round operation. I mean, plans for the 2014 festival have already begun before we've even had the 2013.
Okay.
So all of these members, they pay us to come and volunteer and work really hard, which is
we
pretty
pay to
unique.
work, right?
But it's because they love this
They love
city,
it.
and they love this event. I
And
just think
there's
that's
a
incredible.
lot of social activities that go on throughout the year. So it's really good if you're new to the community and you're trying to make friends and figure out what's going on. You know, Springtime's a great fit for that.
Right. And that's fun that you say that, because there are people who say, I'd like to be a part of that. You can.
Absolutely.
You bet.
We are happy to have new members.
Always.
Just
Okay.
please go to our website,
Okay.
www.springtimetallahassee.com. There's applications for membership and lots of information on it and how much of the dues and the costs.
Okay.
But just real quick, Michelle, we also, it's a year-round thing. We, the different crews within Springtime do charity work, and we really support a lot of things, from Relay for Life to the Children's Lighthouse Home to the shelter to Big Brothers, Big Sisters, the Elder Elves, Elder Care Services, and just so many ways. So it's a year-round kind of thing that we serve our community, not just put on the big party.
Right. And I think that that's really important, because these are people invested in this community, and I think that's what's the most special part. So I did want to dispel this idea this was a city-run thing. These are people giving of their time and their talents and their money to make this happen. So that's really incredible. Now let's talk about the fact that Springtime's going to be 45 years old. I know that's older than the executive director.
Thank you.
By far.
By far. Let's talk a little about what's special this year with the 45th anniversary.
You want to talk about our Grand Marshal first?
We
Kick that
have
off?
a Tallahassee lady coming back to celebrate with us, Cheryl Hines. She graduated from Leon High School and then went off to become, in my opinion, a famous actress.
Okay.
She is in the new sitcom Suburgatory. She played in the movie with Robin Williams, RV, and on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Okay.
And she's a Tallahassee lady that is excited to be coming back. She's got family. Her mom lives in the area, and she's happy to come back, and we're excited to have her come back to Tallahassee.
That's great. What else is
And
planned
then
for
let's
this
talk
year?
about the fun nitty-gritty. If you're making
Okay.
your plan for the day,
I am.
these
April
are the
the
areas.
6th.
April
Write
the
it down now,
6th
April
on
6th. Okay.
Saturday. come downtown, put on your tennis shoes, a little sunblock, and some sunglasses, and plan on spending the whole day.
Okay.
The Grand Parade in the morning steps off at 10:30 a.m. We have a wonderful exhibit coming in that's going to be on College Avenue, and all this information's on our website. It's Water Ventures, and it's going to be like a water science lab. It's a tractor trailer that drives in, opens up. It's a museum quality exhibit where adults and children can learn about water conservation, how water works, the aquifer. There's hands-on activities. So that educational exhibit, I think, is going to be really exciting for both the kids and for the adults. Okay. We have our Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram exhibit that's going to be set up.
And can I win a car? That's what I want to know.
Well, you can win a green egg.
I like that.
Those are those big green egg grills that
yes.
are very expensive
okay.
and very well known. All you have to do is stop by, visit their booth. You'll be entered for a chance to win. And then the green egg will actually be given away Saturday at the festival.
I've seen those. I want that.
They're wonderful. Okay. I mean, I think my husband's probably going to live at the Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram exhibit.
Yes.
Okay. Bring all his friends down.
Right.
But and then on Clayman Plaza, that's kind of what I like to say our adult venue. Mm-hmm. That kicks off at noon. That's our seafood festival. That's where our beer garden's located. Clayman Plaza, just the landscape and the green space and the it's a gorgeous place. And that's our main stage.
Main stage there with the beer garden, and so it's a good combination. And it's April 6th is going to be a beautiful day too.
Yep.
Now I want to talk about economic impact, but I have to say first that I am committed to being a part of that because I love to come and shop those vendors. You all have the best vendors with things you can't find anywhere else. Every year we come home with something and people are like, where did you get that?
Yes.
Springtime Tallahassee.
So
I'm going to contribute my money, but tell me what this means for the economy because I don't think people understand how big of an impact it has on the economy.
I'll tell you, Springtime Tallahassee, the organization and members have done a great job in bringing in out-of-town visitors. Not only do we have over 13,000 visitors from outside Leon County that come in for the festival day, we have our own group of other festivals, much like Springtime, that we have friendships with and relationships. We travel to their festivals, take a float, and then they reciprocate and come to Tallahassee. So we've got 2 host hotels downtown that we fill completely with those out-of-town guests. And then just, additionally, the general public and attendees that happened upon Springtime 10, 15, 20 years ago, and now it's a family tradition. Right. About 1/3 of all hotel rooms are booked during the Springtime Tallahassee weekend in the Leon County area.
So they're staying in our hotels, they're eating at our restaurants, they're shopping at our local stores, they're pumping money into this economy.
They're filling up with gas before they leave.
Absolutely.
And that money equals about $5 million that comes into Tallahassee, the big community, because of Springtime Tallahassee.
Okay.
And as Jennifer said, we travel to other festivals and support them, and they in turn come up. Tampa, Bradenton, Panama City, Fort Walton Beach, Pensacola.
We love their
Bring
floats.
their floats.
They do great.
And those are the
floats,
ones that have all the beads too.
Yes, we love their beads.
You see the little kids on the parade route, and they have so many beads. They look like they're about to go down on their knees, and they still want more.
Well, we are out of time, but I want to tell you all, this is truly one of we love Winter Festival. I think those two counter each other among the best. I got to put the plug in for the Winter Festival too. But we love Springtime, and I think what really makes it special is that it is citizen run, and that is fantastic because it's a labor of love, and we just appreciate the two of you all and your entire membership for bringing this to our city. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So go to your calendar now, write down the day. It's going to be April the 6th, and as we said, a full day of activities. And check out their website because there's all kinds of information about many other activities in association with Springtime Tallahassee. We hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit more about the exciting things happening in downtown. And as always, we appreciate you watching this edition of City Talk.